Your air conditioner costs 13 cents every single hour it runs. A $2 hack using materials from your kitchen can cool a room by 5 degrees. Most people have never tried it. The reason starts with how your home traps heat. Sunlight pours onto the roof, and within hours the attic turns into a giant heat trap, hovering far above the outdoor temperature. In many homes, the attic air can climb 30 degrees hotter than the shade outside. That heat radiates down through the ceiling, slipping past insulation and pouring into bedrooms, kitchens, and living rooms. Even with the windows closed and the blinds drawn, the warmth keeps seeping in. For Maya, the problem isn't just comfort, it's the utility bill ticking up with every degree. A standard air conditioner costs about 13 cents for every hour it runs. Over a long, hot month, that can add up to more than $100, and for many families that is simply out of reach. But here's the strange part. The attic acts like an oven, and the house itself has almost no way to release that heat. Ceiling fans and open vents can only do so much. Once the sun goes down, the heat lingers, making sleep almost impossible. This is where things get interesting. Most people assume the only answer is cranking up the air conditioning, but that is a costly cycle. The reality is millions live without central air at all, or ration its use to avoid breaking the bank. For Maya, every summer brings the same question. Is there a way to cool a room without burning through cash or relying on expensive machines? That question leads to a search for something different. A solution that doesn't come from an appliance store, but from a forgotten bit of household science. Maya starts with a nearly empty wallet and a simple shopping list. A clean 2-liter plastic bottle, a standard fan, and a zip tie. The total cost for new materials comes in under $2. Less if you already have a fan or can repurpose a bottle from the recycling bin. She fills the bottle 3/4 full with tap water, leaving space for the ice to expand. Then she twists the cap tight and sets the bottle upright in the freezer, letting it solidify for at least 4 hours. While the bottle freezes, Maya sets up the fan on a sturdy table, checking that it's aimed directly where she wants the cool air to go. When the ice is ready, she places the frozen bottle at a 45-degree angle in front of the fan, positioning it so the airflow travels right across the cold surface. For safety, she loops a zip tie around the bottle's neck and attaches it to the fan's grill, making sure it won't roll or tip over. A shallow tray underneath catches any meltwater, avoiding slippery floors or electrical mishaps. But here's the strange part. Most people think you just need a cold bottle and a fan. The angle matters. At 45 degrees, the chilled air hugs the surface and gets swept up by the breeze, spreading coolness much farther than a bottle sitting flat. Maya turns the fan to medium speed and waits. The air passing over the ice starts to feel noticeably cooler within minutes. This do-it-yourself setup doesn't require any special tools or skills. Just a bit of patience, a steady hand, and a willingness to try something most people overlook. And this is where things get interesting. The science behind why this works is hiding in plain sight, ready to be uncovered. Ice holds a hidden reserve of energy, far beyond what its chill suggests. When a frozen bottle sits in front of a fan, the melting ice quietly absorbs heat from the air, yet its temperature barely budges until every last crystal disappears. This is the latent heat of fusion. About 333 kilojoules are needed to melt just 1 kilogram of ice, all without warming it. As air flows over the bottle, conduction cools it, and the fan spreads that comfort further than the ice alone ever could. But the story deepens if water evaporates from the surface. Each kilogram that turns to vapor pulls over 2,260 kilojoules from the air, thanks to evaporation, the latent heat of vaporization. That is why a damp cloth or salty slush can sometimes outperform plain ice. Evaporation is powerful, especially when the air is dry. This principle is known as the wet bulb limit, and in low humidity, temperatures can drop closer to this theoretical minimum. The real magic lies in combining phase changes with moving air. Maya places a digital thermometer 3 feet from the fan and waits. Within 10 minutes, the display drops by nearly 5 degrees Fahrenheit. The room feels noticeably cooler, but the effect comes with limits. The bottle's chill fades fast. After about 30 minutes, the ice is mostly gone, and the air starts to warm again. Swapping in a fresh frozen bottle every half hour is the only way to keep the cool air flowing. With 2 kilograms of ice, the setup delivers around 0.185 kilowatts of cooling power, enough to take the edge off in a small room, but not enough to keep up with a full summer afternoon. But here is the strange part. Most people overlook the hazards. Meltwater can pool under the fan, turning a simple hack into a slip or electric shock risk. A shallow tray underneath catches drips, but it needs to be emptied after every session. And if you try the damp towel trick, mold can start to grow in as little as a day if the cloth stays wet. Maya keeps a close eye on both the thermometer and the tray, swapping bottles and hanging towels to dry between uses. The system works, but only with constant attention and a few basic safety steps. Most guides skip these details, but missing them can turn a cheap fix into a costly mistake. But here's the strange part. Solutions this simple still go ignored. As summer bills climb, the real secret is not the hack. It is remembering that overlooked knowledge can change everything. What would you try next?